Man, I guess I could always play some music.
Oh yeah, Tony. I don't know if
Where'd
this is
that
working
come
or
from?
not. You know that's our theme song.
Oh yeah.
It's just been a little bit since we've been up in the studio. In fact,
Well, yeah,
I'm in the studio and you're remote.
I'm in a place that's like up in the mountains of North Florida or something. And if you believe there's mountains in North Florida, then that's fantastic.
um, Tony,
Yeah.
you're 3 blocks away from me right now.
Oh man, I drink too much, I guess.
Well, there you go. All right. So while we're talking, I'm doing a click just to see if this is actually even working. It says it is,
Okay.
but that doesn't really mean anything.
I like that. Wait, see. This is all weird. I'm not used to looking at myself and my. There it is. Look at the scroll down there. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Right there. Follow my finger.
That's funny.
Hi, everybody.
Uh, well, it says we're live. I don't know if we are or not.
Okay. Well, we're coronavirus, at least, so we're staying home.
Yep.
And to me, it's no really fucking big difference other than I don't get to drive the 3 minutes to your house and hang out. So I'm used to just chilling out at home and hanging out with my goats and chickens and dogs and wife and turtle and rabbit. And goddamn,
Right.
sounds like I got a farm full of shit.
You do have a lot of animals.
But I mean, it's okay. Doing the work from home thing is actually really good. Starting to dig that. So it's a change, but it's all right. It's kind of strangely fitting that we work under the umbrella of the Outbreak podcast.
I know, right?
That's kind of creepily fitting to what's going on right now.
Don't be afraid. It'll be okay, Tony.
Yeah,
Promise it'll be wonderful.
yeah, they're trying to open up the whole country and be like, fuck it, let's just all get sick and let the strongest survive.
I don't see it quite as that harshly, but yeah, but it's got to open sometime, man. And some places definitely aren't as bad as others. I mean, New York, that should be shut down for a little while. I get that for sure.
It's all
But
bad.
I mean, North Dakota, South Dakota, I don't think it's quite that bad there.
I mean, that's still fucking lots of dead people, man. I mean, it's only like 60, but damn, that's 60 fucking dead people.
Well, if you follow the protocol, hopefully it's, not going to be dead people. They're going to be live people, and they're working on vaccine and all that kind of good stuff. So hopefully next year when this shit comes back, we'll be better prepared.
Yeah,
but it's going to be yearly like the flu.
I'm sure, but what are all the anti-vaxxers going to do?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, everybody's going to die that goes outside. So I'm petitioning to work from home forever. I've already started buying 60 cinder blocks a day. I'm just going to fucking wall in my fucking property like it's the zombie virus.
Well, that might be a good idea. Because, I mean, yeah, honestly, man, I really, I like working from home. I do enjoy it.
I do too.
It's a lot quieter.
Yep.
And it's got to be saving, the bank money.
Oh, it's
if especially if they, let go of some property and then, I don't know. That's up to them to figure all that out. And I'm sure they're thinking about it, looking at the numbers and stuff and seeing what they can and can't do. So,
oh yeah. I'm sure it's been a big positive for them with the amount of hours that everybody can work and
right. Like you and me, we're both still hourly. There are some employees that are salary, So, and then some of them have to put a little bit more in here and there. But I'm strictly, and they're like, no overtime. So, once we're done, we're done. So get everything we
That's
can done.
crazy. We just got moved to that new government funded program for small businesses. So they're like, work as much overtime as you want. And there's people like in our group chats that they're working from like 6 in the morning until 12 o'clock at night.
Wow.
It's insane. I'm just like, what are you guys doing? And one guy was, he typed in the group chat. He's like, I'm single. I can't go see anybody. I don't have anything to do. I'm not a gamer. He's like, so I'm just doing it really to pass the time and just make a bunch of money.
Yeah.
I was like, well, okay, dude, but damn, man, 16-hour days. That's 18-hour days. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's long.
Yeah. But I guess we
It's,
don't have anything to do. I mean, well, yeah, just at least get paid for staring at a computer and whatever. But
right.
that's what I say. I'm lucky enough that too much hasn't changed with us. We're kind of homebodies anyway. Other than hanging out with you and my family, that's it, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any other time, I'm on the farm, so
Yeah.
it hasn't been a big change for me. For Danielle, it's been a little rough, because she's so social. She
Yeah.
talks to freaking everybody, so she's like going crazy because she can't go to Kroger every day because that was her thing.
Yeah.
But we're getting through, man. I mean, we're definitely the lucky ones. We're still employed. We're
Yep.
still healthy. Don't have to worry about where our next meal's coming from or if we get enough toilet paper to last 16 more years.
Right. Yeah. Hopefully that someday the demolition man on 3 seashells will work in. We'll have to figure that out.
Right. Somebody does need to teach us that.
I don't think he ever learned in this show either. But But go ahead.
I think the next shortage is going to be meat, man, because Danielle actually went to Kroger today, and I just waited outside, but she said that some of the insiders at Kroger were telling her that a lot of meat plants are shutting down because people are getting sick in them.
Yeah.
So there may be, a little bit slower on the delivery of beef and bacon and stuff. So that's probably going to be the next crazy. Let's go hoard all this shit. I'm sure it's making all the vegans and vegetarian. I'm here.
You're a little out of sync because the screen froze.
Can you hear what I'm saying now?
Now when you do that fake stuff. Hang on, let me remove you from the feed. Hold on a second. And then we'll add you right back.
You
say hello.
Me off, you son of a mother. Nice lady.
You think that's bad? Here, watch. I can mute you too. Say hello, Tony.
Better because nobody wants to hear me anyway.
I turned you back.
I would have figured you would have soundboarded me. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, no. You mean one of these?
Oh my God. Who the hell cares?
Exactly.
Do you know, I thought it was so amusing, but there is actually, I can't think of what state it is now. I want to look it back up, but there's some couple of cities where they have, curfews, and then like at 9 o'clock at night for the anybody under the age of 18 is not allowed out, blah, 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 past 9 o'clock. But they actually, the sound of their horn is the damn, is that for the purge? Yes. And they showed a clip of it, like going over the town. They were like, holy crap, that's just scary.
Yeah, that's probably not the best thing they could have chose.
I know, right? I love it though. Oh, Jesus. Whee!
I mean, I'm ready if the purge comes.
I know you are. Loaded and ready for bear.
I got attack goats, man. Ain't nobody gonna mess with me.
You do. And on our website, outbreakpodcast.com, you can click on our YouTube link, which if you're watching this is our YouTube link. You can click to our main page after you subscribe to us.
Right there. Right there.
Yep.
One
Subscribe
of
to
these
us,
days
and
I'll be a
then
good weatherman.
you're doing great. You're doing great. Then, and then there's some goat videos from your farm where you're located, Resurrection
You are.
Farm. It's pretty cool.
Everybody can come check out our new babies. I think when you came over,
They
they
are
were
adorable.
only like 5-6 days old when you guys came over.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
And then I think Danielle put a picture up. Was it today on Facebook?
yeah.
With little horns, little nubby horns coming out.
Of creepy.
Creepy,
He's
yeah.
creepy because he's mostly white, which is strange because we have mostly all black goats. So this little guy
Right.
came out 3/4 white, so that's just kind of creepy. So he got named
Yeah.
Creepy. But yeah, their little nubby horns are coming out, and they're starting to try to headbutt everything. So it's a funny time.
Jesus.
And then chickens are chickens. They're screaming
They are.
at times of the night or whatever. And then that's about it. Oh, I died. I fell into the nether world.
Excuse me. Oh my gosh, are you back?
I think so.
There he
Hey,
is.
see. All right.
That was too funny.
So what happened? I just fell off a cliff.
No, I think your phone just fell over.
No, man, people can see that shit right there.
Uh-huh.
I don't even know what that is. Oh, that's a Little Caesar's Pizza $5 lunch thing.
There you go.
Danielle was like, "Hey, let's have some pizza from Little Caesars. We haven't eaten there in like 5 years." I was like, "All right, that sounds good." Now I remember why we haven't eaten there in 5 years. Sorry, Little Caesars, but you are not good anymore.
Yeah, they don't taste quite the same, but under current conditions, who knows? Whether it's their hearts in it, I don't know.
No, because they don't do like real pizza anymore. Because I'm sure you remember the time when they did pizza, right? And they had the
Yes.
2 pizzas in the long rectangular box.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, back in those days, Little Caesars was great.
Yeah.
And now they just do this like, here's some pepperoni pizza that's been sitting in the heater for the last 45 minutes.
Well, sometimes you can get it fresh because a lot of times you go in there and they're not prepped, so you get them fresh. But there's hardly any sauce on it to me compared to what I like. Lots of bread, lots of dough, but not so much. Yeah. Oh well, you can still get Godfathers. Got some of that.
Where can you find Godfathers?
Yeah, was it Huck's? I think I think it's Huck's or Casey's, one of the two. Yeah, Huck's has Godfather's in it. If you just do search for Godfather's Pizza, you'll see sites come up, and you can actually, and it's the recipe for them too. They make them in the store. They're really good.
Then yeah, I remember now the Huck's across from the gym that we used to go to.
Yeah, and then one over right over close to the bank. So actually close to you too. If you went down Southtown, right over by Apollo.
Oh yeah, I forgot there was a Huck's there. I always go to Casey's.
Yeah,
Shout out Casey's.
Yeah. I tell you, my favorite restaurant is unfortunately shut down right now, so I'm really bummed. We got some a couple of weeks ago, right before they shut the door, but they don't have a drive-through. Pan-Asia.
Oh yeah, dude, it's weird. Like all the Japanese, Chinese restaurants shut down for some reason because Hong Kong shut down too, which they said they weren't getting very much business. So
right.
They were like, well, we're going to stay open till 6, and that lasted for like 2 or 3 days, and then
yeah. We got wasabi for lunch today, me and Brianna, and it was okay.
Yeah,
but it's not the same as the others. So
no, wasabi is a little overplayed. I mean,
yeah,
it is.
That's a different. I don't like the rice compared to Pan-Asia, but we'll see. Hopefully, things will change.
Yeah, I mean, plus we're in Kentucky. Really, how good is sushi really gonna be in Kentucky?
Sushi.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably better than sushi like in Wyoming or some shit. But
right. Yeah. So yeah, it's funny because we're sitting there doing this thing and this little podcast here, and And I'm like catching myself, rubbing my nose, touching my face, and like everybody does it, man. Everybody does. But I wash my hands and I do all that stuff. But it's
I mean,
just
you're at home. I think it's okay to touch your
right.
face and shit at your home. But if you go out to Kroger and you're like, oh my goodness, woo,
Yeah,
that might be an issue.
Tony, I'm gonna touch your face, Tony. I'm gonna touch your face. Ooh.
Well, I think that might be a little bit of an issue, but
Yeah. Yeah.
it's definitely been worrisome for somebody who bites their damn nails all the time, which is fucking disgusting to begin with. But I
Right.
just
There's some
can't
people
break that damn habit, man. It's just I've been doing it since I was a fucking teenager.
Yep. Yep.
So, mm.
Yep.
But at least
Yeah.
now I'm catching myself. I'm like, oh shit, get your finger out of your mouth. Damn it, you're gonna die.
Yep. Yeah. Well, and here I am again, touching my face. Oh, Tony, can't stop.
And plus, I always do this. I've always played with my goatee, so that's been something I've been trying to cut back on, but it's been such a habit for like 12 years now that man, it's hard to break.
Yeah.
So, and plus playing with my hair, so I've been purposely wearing my hair in a ponytail just so I'm not constantly like running my fingers through my hair.
Right.
And then now that I'm trying to grow a mustachio, what am I going to do when it finally gets curly? And I need to wax that thing up and curl it up like I'm a villain.
Snidely Whiplash.
Exactly, just like Snidely Whiplash.
There you go. Oh goodness.
But wrong side. I was looking for my drink.
Yay.
So what the hell you been watching when there's nothing to do?
Well, I've actually watched a little bit of Shudder.
Hey, hell yeah!
I watched that 6 hour and 20-minute documentary. Is how long it really was.
Jesus.
on all the Friday the 13th movies, and it also covered the series too, which I've never seen, which I might actually watch it now.
I think I remember that. It was kind of almost like maybe like a Twilight Zone, was it?
Yeah, exactly, because it was very, very, very loosely.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with Jason Voorhees at all,
or Camp Crystal Lake or anything, right?
Yeah.
But it was actually pretty good show from what I've seen, and the ratings were pretty good on it. It's just a matter of it could have been taken out of that universe altogether, and probably would have been even better. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, and just named it Spooky or some shit.
Yeah, but boy, watching the behind the scenes and how they got off track and went to space and holy Jesus, man. I haven't seen it. I got it because I bought the collection, but I haven't seen that movie yet.
I mean, I like it just for the fact that it's just fucking so fucking batshit crazy.
Right.
And it's funny because they didn't even name it a Friday the 13th. They just straight up named that shit Jason X.
Yeah. Well, I think actually there was some kind of legal reason why they couldn't. It goes over it in the documentary. I can't remember that part though.
So I guess you could like technically not call it a Friday the 13th movie.
Right. But it's lumped in with all the rest.
Yeah. With all the little robots and shit that fucking rebuilt his face into like a intergalactic hockey mask that looked like a fucking, I don't know.
Yeah. So I watched 1 and 2, and I'm getting ready to watch 3 again, probably tomorrow sometime. And 3 was actually one of my favorites because I actually got to see it in theaters with 3D. The little glasses in 3D. Yes. Yeah. Yep. And like they said, it wasn't bad. I mean, it was kind of comical, some of the things they did for 3D effect, but the actual effect worked.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even though it was kind of like cheesy when you see an eyeball pop out and it's like, but it's or the spear gun from across the lake, and then you just see the
arrow coming at you for so long.
Yeah, and if you pay attention, you can actually see the string that it's going on. but the edit's so fast that it's not as noticeable.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I think
it's
the last one that I seen in theaters was actually it was like a family thing because my mom and dad loved horror movies. That's where I got started. So it was my
yeah,
mom and dad and me and my younger brother Dusty, and we went to see Jason Takes Manhattan in the theaters. So
nice.
that was the last Friday the 13th movie we actually saw in theaters. All the rest of them I've seen like home video or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, that was pretty cool because we didn't get to go to the movies often when I was a kid, and it was just awesome that it was Jason that my weird mom and dad took us to see. Because I was definitely a young teenager, and my little brother was probably in single digits. No, he would have been he'd probably been like 8 years old. So my mom and dad were one of those people who were like, yeah, we'll take our little fucking preteen kid in here to see mass murder. It'll be all right.
Super. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, and we all grew up on horror movies, so nobody can prove we killed people. I mean, I never killed people.
Yeah, so yeah, so that's I watched that. I mean, I've watched a lot of things. There's been a couple of things on Netflix that I watched that had to catch up on, and a few things like that. There's some really good. I've seen some really good shows, and I've seen a few bad shows. I'm trying to get my daughter to watch. She really likes Knives Out, and it's a fantastic movie. I don't know if you've seen it or not. It is awesome.
Yeah.
And I told her, I said, man, if you like this, you might like Sleuth, which is an older movie with Michael Caine and Sir Laurence Olivier. And oh my God, it is so good because it is total mind whodunit, and you just think you got it figured out, and then you don't, and then they throw some wrenches in, and you're like, what? Didn't see that coming.
I might have to look that up because I'm not even familiar with that one.
You can actually see it for free.
Yeah, I like free.
On your Roku.
Oh,
because that's where I found it. Let me go here and check the app. Because if you type in the word sleuth,
right,
it'll come up. Movie Land TV is the app, and yeah, sleuth is spelled SLEUTH.
right,
and it's actually it's like 2 hours long, 2 hours 18 minutes long, and it's free. They remade it actually about 10 years ago with Michael Caine in the other role, the reversed role that he played when he was younger, and then they had Jude Law play his role, but it was modernized, and it was good, but it was nowhere near as good as the original. Yep. So there you go. What about you? What have you been watching?
Dude, Danielle got hooked on Hot Ones. Have you seen that yet? It's on YouTube. It's from the First We Feast YouTube channel. And it's a dude that he interviews celebrities.
Oh, Hot Wings.
Yes, with the fucking Hot Wings. There's like 10 different levels of heat all the way through.
Yeah, I've seen about 12 of those.
She got hooked on that, so we've been watching nonstop those.
They're
after
great.
We get settled in for the night.
He's got some famous people on there too, and just I love it when the Gordon Ramsay one.
Yeah, we actually watched that one yesterday. That was funny.
Because Gordon's like, fuck you, just cussing at him.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake. And
yeah,
he's,
Gordon Ramsay and Stone Cold and Bill Burr. Yeah, I bet we've probably watched 15, 20 of them so far.
Wasn't like Kevin Hart on one?
Yeah, I think he's on there. We haven't watched him yet.
I think he only lasts like third or fourth level, and then he's over like I'm dying, and something like that. One or two of them are hilarious because they can't even get past 2 or 3 deep.
That's hilarious.
And then other ones are just like they're still doing it, but so you can see them sweating a little bit, but they're just like, how in the hell are you doing that?
Yeah,
and he most of the time he's pretty he's pretty much making it himself. I haven't seen the host not be able to complete it. The ones I've seen.
Yeah,
I'd
his
love to
stomach has to hate him. I mean, because I think one of the last ones we watched, he says he's been doing it for 200 episodes.
Yeah.
My God, like, how's
Yeah.
his butthole feeling?
My ass hurt.
Yeah, but yeah, so that, and then I just been watching a crap ton of YouTube videos on trying to find morel mushrooms and foraging natural stuff out of your yard to eat. So yeah,
Nice.
just
If it
been
comes
on
down to
the.
a meat shortage, you do have some chickens.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
And I do
I'll
know
eat
Danielle knows how
vegetables.
to snap the neck.
Yeah, she'll butcher them. She don't care to butcher them, but I mean, that's
When
last
you,
case
I'm
scenario.
just messing with you,
know.
man.
No, I mean we've discussed it. Like
Yeah.
if the world gets fucking crazier, I mean we do have plenty of stuff to eat on the farm. Really prefer not to, but
Yeah.
and we can definitely replenish our goat meat. We'll just let Pan out over with the ladies, and
I was gonna say, what's was it, mutton? Is that what it's called? Yeah. So.
that I think that's young
Strictly
sheep.
young sheep. Oh,
Yeah,
you just
which
call this
makes no sense
goat
because
meat.
goat meat's just
Yeah.
it's good. I'm not gonna lie, man. I used to love eating goat meat, but
Yeah.
now that we got goats, it's a little harder.
Oh, I get
But
it. I get it.
if
Hey,
somebody puts a bunch of goat meat in front of me, and they're like, "Hey, we've been barbecuing this for the last 12 hours," I'm not gonna say no.
what is the name of that meat store that we went to on the other side of Evansville?
Oh, the wigs.
Oh, that place is so amazing.
Yeah, that
I
place
can hardly
is
wait till
super
it's open
good.
back up again.
Yeah.
What was it that we had that I'd never heard of before? And you all bought a bunch of it, and I ate almost half of it on the way home because
Oh,
Danielle's kept, hey, try some more.
it
So
was
good.
um Jesus, it was like pork tenders. They named it something like you thought it was chicken, but it was actually pork.
Right. Yeah.
And they had slow cooked it and smoked it, and man, it was so damn good.
It was the best meat I have
Yeah,
ever had.
that shit was so
Aside from a
good.
flat iron steak, it was delicious. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I was loving that, man.
yeah, but yeah, when
Um,
they open up, we definitely got to make that trip again.
yeah, I'll road trip with you.
Hell yeah,
So we all fit in the truck.
yeah.
Or
You can't fit in. It can't fit more than two in the Z, So
oh no.
somebody got fancy and bought a badass new car on us.
Well, it's not new.
New to you,
And it's the other direction, buddy.
that guy over there, to the other side of me. Other side of me.
There you go. Can you not see the image in front of you?
I can, but it's backwards, man.
So if that's that way, then that's pointing to you.
So I have a hard time shaving here lately. My brain's backwards.
Yeah, show about that the growth there.
Somebody see it? Look.
Look at that.
I'm working on a 1970s porn stash.
There you go. And then you got the peach fuzz. I mean the
the peach fuzz. That's it. The beard's not going to happen. That's like 3 weeks worth of growth.
But you're gonna let that grow?
I'm gonna let it go until we go back to the building. Till we're told that it's okay to go back to work. I am not shaving.
Right.
So I'm just gonna look like a homeless Johnny Depp.
Yeah. Which may be a little longer. I don't know. I mean, I know they're trying to get something started, but I don't see us. I mean, especially now that they got everybody set up to work from home, I don't think they're gonna rush us to get back into the building.
Especially because school's basically canceled for the rest of the year. So
right.
I mean, what the hell are all these parents that have young school-age children going to do? They can't go back to work.
Yeah.
Well, they can't go back to the building, I should say.
Yep.
Even though I'm sure they want to.
Yeah. Please, God, let it end. I saw, it was so funny. I was watching the news the other day, and they were talking about, because there's some courts, where they're like, the judges on the internet or whatever, and the lawyers or whatever, they're doing those Zoom or Noom or whatever they're called.
Mm-hmm.
Courts, where the people are in there. But like he actually had to send an order out to all the like, if you appear in my court, virtual or not, need to have a dress appropriately and wear business, because he had people like guy at his poolside with a shirt off arguing a case with a judge, and the judge is like, we're gonna take this up tomorrow, and tomorrow is your last chance or your client's going to jail because of the way you are treating me and how disrespectful. I was like, oh my god,
That's hilarious.
And there was one, I guess, a couple of weeks ago where people were doing a conference or whatever, and the lady was on her conference call, but they were doing the video thing. I guess she wasn't thinking, had to go to the bathroom, so she got up and took her phone, and she sat down and set her phone down. And when she set her phone down, she's sitting on the taking a piss, and everybody's like laughing, and they're like, and she's like, "Ooh," tipped her phone up and hit mute till she was done, and she was like, "I'm so sorry," but goddamn, that's some funny shit.
Yeah, I think that's actually why I got out of jury duty, thankfully, because they started closing all the court cases around the middle of March, and that's when I got subpoenaed to start doing jury duty.
So. Dad did too, and he's 86 years old, and we had to get a excuse from his doctor saying that he's got neuropathy, so he can't drive himself. He can barely walk and get around on his own, and he's got all these other health concerns. They, he's done court. He's been on like 15 different trials over his lifetime.
Oh my goodness.
I've never had to. I was only on one court case, but that was because we were actually named as for the prosecution as a witness to what a guy had done, and because he had robbed somebody, killed him, and spent money in stores in the mall when I worked at GameStop. So we had to go and just verify that the receipts that they had in his possession the day after the murder, where he had amazingly all this money to spend, were actually from the businesses there in his possession. That's and then, and it was funny because when they were asking me, and because it was strictly, just, is this yours, blah, blah, blah. And the defense, the lady, the lawyer for the defense, she was like, now there's no way for you to actually prove that this receipt, could have been anybody's, not my client's. And I held it up and I said, well, it shows here we got a subscription to Game Informer, which we took his name and address. That's all. We're done. She got us out there, and then the other, the prosecution comes up back because it was his turn, and he's like, "So you're saying that we can contact corporate office and get the information as to who's information on there?" And I was like, "Yes, sir. No further questions." It was great. Yeah, 2 life sentences for that one.
Defense,
but it was.
like,
but she had to. I'm like, man, you weren't paying attention to nothing. I was like, you got the description of Game Informer, has his address and everything right here. No further questions, Your Honor.
Yeah, bad defense attorney.
Exactly. Yeah, she was a piece of work, but he was a dirtbag. I mean, it wasn't even like wasn't even up to $500 to take somebody's life for. Yep. Yeah. And then he bought tennis shoes and some video games and some new clothes. Yeah, exactly. Wow, what a dumbass.
Yeah.
And now he's in prison for the rest of his life. But anyway, on an upbeat note, yay! How's everybody else in your family getting along? Good.
Yeah, Dad's just chilling in the Roosevelt house. He pretty much stays himself, or he's got a lady friend like 2 doors down. They play cards and stuff. So, that keeps him a little
lady friend. Yeah. Does she cook for him?
She does, actually. She cooks all the time.
Yeah, so does he make her dessert?
I don't know about all that. That's a bunch of like 80-year-old people, man. I'm trying to think about that shit. But yeah, so Dad's doing all right. You know, little brother Dusty, he lives by himself, but he's a big gamer, so you know he's used to just playing whatever game, and he's a third shift guy, so he doesn't hang out with a bunch of people anyway. So he
right.
said he's doing pretty good, you know. But and he takes care of Dad. You know, he'll run,
Yeah.
get stuff for Dad, and see him, you know, once a week or whatever. And then older brother and sister, they're good. You know, my older brother's got a house full of kids, so you know, I'm sure he's about to go fucking crazy. My older sister, it's just her and her husband John, so you know, they're pretty cool. They're out in the middle of nowhere in Kentucky, so they're not like big social people either. So
Right.
hopefully, I'm hoping that they got time to actually fix up one of the 15 different hot rods that they've been building for years. So, you know, my sister's got a Stingray Corvette, you know, that they've been working on. So hopefully, they can get that thing turned out. So when all this goes crazy,
Yeah, that'd
when
be
this
sweet.
craziness goes over, you know, she can get
And
that
it
thing
is gonna
done.
it is gonna end at some
Yeah.
point.
It's going to end
So
one way or the other. We're going to make it through, or we're just going to wither and die. And
thanks, Tony. You're the best. Good support there,
I'm
buddy.
just saying, maybe it'll just kill off all the idiots. You know, Darwinism will take care of it all for us, and
Wish that I'll go first.
the best of us will get through it. You know,
Oh, jeez.
but as I say, I feel fortunate, man. You know,
Yeah,
my life hasn't changed too much. You know, I'm lucky. You know, I love my wife. I like my wife. We're friends, so that makes it super easy. You know, we never tire of each other.
that
We got
helps.
enough property, that we can get out and move around and see animals and stuff. So
Right.
we're
If she's
fortunate.
and if you piss her off too much, you got a wood chipper. She can just
Yeah, she'll just
Tony, he ran off. I don't know where he went.
she'll fucking Carol Baskin me and feed me to some tigers or some shit.
I haven't seen it yet, man. I just can't bring myself to watch that show.
Oh, you have to, dude. It's just a
Is it?
clusterfuck of like I can't believe this is real.
Like it's so bad you don't want to look away, right?
Yes, dude, you gotta watch it. I mean, it's just
Okay.
crazy. Because at first you'll be like, "No, this shit ain't real, man. This is like a scripted docu series," and then you realize it's real, and you're like, "Oh, what
Oh
the
my god.
fuck?"
Yeah, yeah. Well, I've been watching the McMillions because that the HBO documentary on the Monopoly game at McDonald's, how
Oh yeah, we
it
talked
was
about that one
totally
last time, didn't
fake
you?
for like 11 years of it was totally
Yeah,
hijacked. No real
yeah,
winners, all fake.
yeah,
Well, not they were winners, but McDonald had no clue.
yeah.
Yeah,
That they
and
all
it
work together and shit.
they all yeah they were all related. Most of them were related to each other.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was crazy, and it's on Hulu for just included with regular Hulu costs. So
yeah.
yeah,
I
so
need to watch something. Yeah, as I say, we've been hooked on hot ones and Cold Case. We've been watching Cold Case a lot too.
I've been watching some of that too. That
We're
and
up to like season 5, I think.
I've gotten all the way through uh, Forensic Files. That's like 42 episodes a season, and
Holy
there's
shit.
9 seasons. And I've gotten through every single one of those.
Danielle probably has too. Like she loves all those true crime shows, so she's always
Yep.
watching that stuff. And that's usually when she's like, "I'm going to bed. I'm gonna go watch some true crime show." And then I'm like, "All right, cool. I'm gonna watch some really horrible fucking Japanese horror movie from the '80s." That's canceled.
Yeah, I
I'll
have
do
a
that
feeling
next year.
that in June, I don't think I have made an official announcement yet, but Comic Con's been canceled, so most likely OMG Con's probably going to be.
Yeah.
And they spent a lot of extra money this year trying to having a guy come in to really help with to make it like one of the best years ever. And who knows? But I don't think it's
That,
officially. Let me take a look
it,
while
it
you're
probably
talking.
will be, but I'm sure. But that's just gonna make pretty much. I figure as far as large group activities, we're done for the year. You know, like we're
Yeah,
just people are going to have to suffer through 2020, just hanging out with their family. The horror in that. But that's just going to make 2021 so much more crazy because people are going to be like, damn, I need to get out. I need to get out. I need to do something. So every activity next year is going to be fucking off the charts in attendance and stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, here, let
Because
me.
everybody's been like, damn, I haven't been able to do anything in over a year. We're going to everything.
Yeah. Let me read you the OMG Con official release on their website, omgcon.com, and it is June 12th through the 14th. It's fine now. Why? Because we are here. OMG Con 2020. You can become a hero. Okay, so and then it's like the big concerning COVID-19. Our number one priority will always be attendee safety. As of now, we have no plans to postpone or cancel OMGCon this year. However, we are closely monitoring the situation and will remain in contact with local officials and the convention center and the CVC as the situation evolves. So basically, I think they're probably waiting to closer to time before they, pull the plug.
Yeah.
And I understand they want to, and they may even wait till like 2 weeks out and be like, okay, now we're canceling it.
Yeah.
But why not? Because if you cancel now and then they end up having some limited ability or some way they can get some things done.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Somebody miraculously comes up with a cure or a vaccine and all this shit, Which
right.
hopefully they do. I mean, because Kentucky Bioprocessing is here in Owensboro, and that company helped with that Ebola vaccination. So, I mean, maybe they'll bust out some coronavirus shit pretty soon. I mean, those guys seem to be pretty damn brilliant on fixing horrible shit.
That's true. So, who knows? I don't know. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and wrap up the live screen. We'll have you stick around for a few more minutes after this, and we'll talk some shop. Yeah,
I
you
gotta
stay.
talk to you more? Fuck. All right. All right, everybody who was listening, thanks for listening.
Thanks for watching.
Go to our website right down there.
Outbreak Podcast at gmail.com.
Subscribe to this channel, hit the like button, hit the notification bell. Bing! Check us out on all the social media that David keeps up with all the time.
I tried to. Oh, jeez.
Tell me what you think of the mustache. Is it a yes or a no?
I like it.
We'll see.
Fu Manchu. I'll send you that song. Yeehaw. Bye, Tony. See you soon.
Hey, man. Goodbye, everybody.
Stay safe. Wash your hands.
Wash your hands. Don't touch your face or your eyeball.